Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first crafty day of 2021. It's actually the second video from 2021. The first one was Sunday's cooking with me video, and if you didn't see that, you should check it out. It's a cheesy chili hot dog tater tot casserole, and it was very good, along with a cheesy corny cornbread. So what are we going to do today? Excuse me. I'm going to be doing a little bit of prep work today. I do have an order in for Craft Outlet, and I have several projects in my little brain here that we're going to work on coming up. But I thought we might get a few things ready, and in the meantime, by getting them ready, do a little tutorial for some bow making. For those of you who have not done bow making before, I'm just going to show you 3 different kinds of bows, and they'll be used in 3 different kinds of projects. The first bow will be a funky bow, and that will be used as a lantern topper. This is going to be for spring. They're all basically spring and Easter. And we'll get the funky bow done for the lantern topper. I'm not putting the lantern all together today. This will be another project because I plan to also have a swag and some additional, flowers and things to go in it when it's time to put it together. The second bow will be a bow that I'm thinking I'd like to try to use on my purple bubble wreath that I'm going to make for Easter or spring. Easter, basically. I'd like to have a bow on it, but bubble wreaths are notoriously difficult to put bows on. But this is kind of a flat bow, and I will show you the difference in the dimension. It's very simple to make. Uses 3 different ribbons, or I'm using 3 different ribbons. You can use as many different ribbons as you want to. And then the third bow is just a method to make little bows to put on your wreath in the ties instead of just putting the ribbons without any kind of a bow. Sometimes I like to have a few ribbons on a wreath, but I don't really want to have ribbons in every single tie. So by putting bows in a few of the ties, it makes it look as if there's a lot more ribbon on the wreath than there really is. And this one is going to be in a ladybug theme, and that one I'm planning to do as on a rail when the rail form comes in. So that'll be kind of fun to try too. So let me get you down to the table, and we're going to start with the bubble wreath. Funky bow, bubble wreath. No wreath, funky bow. So let me get you down to the table. I'll be right back. Hold on there. All right, here we are. Now I've already cut my ribbons. They're all cut at 24 inches. And this is the ribbon that I'm using for inspiration for my kitchen this spring. I think it's so cute. It has a bicycle, and the bicycle has a basket full of flowers. And the bicycle is blue, the ribbon is green. And I think if you look here, and I'm going to just swing you around for just a second. And let me see if I can get you up. You see that my wall is green. I think you can pick that out. Don't mind all the other mess. So I think that will go very nicely in this kitchen. And then I'm hoping to use a wagon wheel frame for the wreath that will go on the wall. Unfortunately, I cannot find one at this point in time. If anybody out there knows who's got one, let me know. Craft Outlet, every single one they have says on back order or out of stock. So what I'm going to make today, a 9-loop funky bow. 9 loops means that every loop I make will go opposite of the one I just made before, and that makes them line up much better. I'm going to have a 6-inch tail and a 6-inch loop and a 6-inch tail on the other end. That's why it's 24 inches long. So let's start with the first one. So I'm going to measure, oh, I have to show you first. Look at this yardstick. Now this yardstick is quite the yardstick. Whoops, let's see if I can see, if you can see it. And this says, stitch up a storm and a rainbow will follow. Now, I don't know where this came from. I honestly think it was in this house when I bought it. And I can tell you that the woman that was here before me was an avid quilter, because this is a quilter's yardstick. See? But it's so pretty, and it's very big. So I'm going to start over here. I'm going to move down a little bit so you can see the end of it. Start with 6 inches. That's my 6 inches. And then I'm going to go 6 and 6, 12, that's 18. And there you go, that's my 6-inch loop. This is very stiff ribbon. It'd be a little difficult to kind of... Now I measured the tails that time and the loop, and you don't need to do that. I'll show you a much easier way. Now I have to pick it up because it's not pretty here. Twist the back one so that it's pretty. Both tails are facing forward. All right? Okay, I'm going to do the second one. This one, what I'm going to do is just fold it right in half. Find a place on the yardstick to measure 6 inches, and I'll go from 18 to 12. And then I'm going to fold that up into a loop. And this loop is going to go opposite. This loop is going to go opposite. And I'm putting it right in next to the other one. Okay? Again, I have to go to the back and twist that around. These are very stiff ribbons, which is it's going to make a very pretty bow, but sometimes they're a little difficult to work with. And then I'm just going to open up my loop. Okay, the third one. Okay, I'm going to go from 18 to 12. Pinch it together. Now this is going to go up, just like the first one did. And I'm going to the back, and I'm going to turn it around. So now we have the first 3. That's a pretty combination, isn't it? Back to the beginning. 18 to 12. Loop it up. Now see, by going opposite each time, you see that this time the bicycle is going to be going in the opposite direction. I'm going to go in the back and give this a twist. Now, if you don't get them all twisted around just perfect, don't worry about it, because once you've got your bow made and you've got the tie on it, you still have ample opportunity to twist these, okay? In half, find 6 inches, make your loop. And I'm going up this time. I'm going to go in the back. There goes my good old clock. And the last one for this round, find a 6-inch loop, pinch it up, and put it down. Go in the back, twist it around. Getting to be a handful. One more time through. I'm going to find my 6 inches, and I'm going right in next to the one I just did, but this time I'm up like the first time. Go in the back. And give it a twist. Six inches. Now, if you made a mistake and put one in one direction and then didn't switch them, don't worry about it. Like I said, once you've got this tied together, you can move them all over the place. I love this combination. Last ribbon. I'm going to go 6 inches. And this one is going up. In the back. Turn it around, and there you go. And that's a handful, and I can feel it right now. So I'm going to go under my thumb. Right here. I'm just going to put this zip tie under my thumb. Okay? Bring it around to the back, and you can see my index finger is right there. And I'm just going to zip tie these together. Enough to hold them together, but not too tight, because I have to take one more ribbon. And this is the ribbon that will tie it onto the lantern. So I'm putting it in upside down. And it came right back, right side up. I'm going to switch it over. And now I'm going to pull this to the back, and I'm going to pull it tight and tight. What's nice about the zip ties, and now I'm going to shake my hand because I felt that one. Now you can also use your bow maker to hold those if you really have difficulty holding those ribbons. Most of the time I don't have too much difficulty. That one was bothering me, and I think probably because I haven't made one in a while. Now I'm just going to scoot this one around. What I try to do, get my loops up, and I have my zip tie to hold on to. Get my loops up and my tails down. So we should find 9 loops here somewhere. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woohoo! 7. 8. 9. There we go. And we'll curl our, now you see this one turned back up, you see this? But I can turn it now back to the pretty side. that's a pretty bow. Let's put it on the lantern and then we'll see what it's going to look like. Now, the lantern has a candle in it, but that's about it for now. As I said, I'm not ready to put it on. Now I'm going to cut this. Now the thing with this is I want to have a swag, and normally I would attach that same zip tie to the swag, but I didn't because I'm just making the bow today. So we'll have to attach it separately. Not a big deal, not hard to do. And you want to pull this as tight as you can. And don't know if I left enough to make a bow or not. I think I did. This is very stiff ribbon. There you go. You can see. Let's see what we've got out here. I'm not sure you're getting to see the whole thing yet. I think you got it now. Isn't that pretty? I love the color combination. Love it. So what do you think? Bow number 1, funky bow, 9 loops. Now, if I made a 12 loop bow, which would be like 4 of each of those, okay? 4 of each of those ribbons instead of 3, I would make all of the loops go in the same direction the first time through, and then put all the loops in the opposite direction the second time through. All right? Beautiful. Love it. All right, let's see what else we can do. Let me push this away. Now this bow, you use the ribbon off of the spool. So I'm going to, let's see, and I think what I did is I brought, let me just look in my little basket here. Yeah, I brought a clothespin. I'm going to bring this down again. Okay. This ribbon is going to be, it's sort of a flat bow, all right? I'm going to start with this plain pink, and this is 2.5 inches. And give this a nice cut on the end. And I think I'll give this, let's see, I'm going to give this a 9-inch tail. So I'm going to just pinch this at 9 inches, and then I'm going to give it a 7-inch loop. So I need 14 inches. There's 14 here, you see? So I'm going to pinch it again at the 14 and bring it up. And then I'm going to give it a twist. Now I need to make another 7 inch, so I'm going to put it back to the 14 and pinch it together and bring it up. And then I'm going to cut it off. So there you have the bottom layer. And you can test these to see if they're the same, you see? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my clothespin and just pin that together. And I will cut this one. All right, the next one I'm going to use is Easter Bunny. I've got a pin in there. Let's give him a pretty edge. And I'm going to make another 9-inch tail. Pinch it together. This time I'm going to go to 12 inches, not 14. So I have it right here, 12 over here. Okay, 12 here, down to the 1, pinch it together, and loop it up. Give it a twist. Go to the 12, the 1, and pinch it up. And give it another twist. This time we're going to put 2 and 2. Go to the 12, pinch it together, bring it up, give it a twist, go to the 12, pinch it together, bring it up, and cut it off. Now I'm going to put this one on top of this one. And see if I can get them all in there. If I can't, I have my easy bow here. And I think I'm going to get the easy bow. Hold on 1 minute. That is just not quite long enough to hold those together. There we go. And what you're doing here is you'll put one of these up, one of these down, and the plain pink in the middle. And let's get this one. There we go. There we go. Put that one up there. There we go. One more. And this is 1.5. Those were both 2.5. Now this one I'm going to do a little bit shorter tail. I'll do it 10 inches. And then I think I'm going to, I got my ribbon on this side, scrunch it up, and I'm going to do 10 inches, so that's a 5-inch loop. Twist it, 10 inches, come up, twist it, ten inches down, twist it, 10 inches up, twist it, and cut. Whoa. All right, now we get a zip tie, and we'll go underneath the whole thing. I know Chelsea. Chelsea is here to say hi. She probably wants to know who I'm talking to. Okay, now we'll pull it up. Turn it around, squeeze it tight. And I haven't a clue how I'm going to attach this yet, so I didn't put anything in there. You'll see with this ribbon, you can curl them just like you would use scissors, only use your hands. Now, you can see there's a lot, you could do a lot more fluffing, you gotta do a lot more curling. But you see, it's a beautiful, beautiful ribbon. Look at that, a beautiful bow. But I'm not pulling them up as much as I'm pulling them out. And it just makes it a lot less dimensional. But isn't that pretty? And we could put that on a nice wreath. On a purple wreath, or if not a purple wreath, another spring colored wreath for Easter. And there you go. Number 2. And the last one is really simple. I'm going to take 3 ribbons. Well, and let me see. I think I'll make this see well that is. So this is 23 inches. I need one of those. I need one of these. Boy, that little puppy just wants to go wherever it wants to go, doesn't it? And one of these. And here's what I'm going to do with these. Now this is the one we're going to put in the ties of a wreath. All right? So I'm just going to take the two ends. And I'm going to cross them over. And this looks like the breast cancer wreath. Okay, I crossed them over. I'm going to take this piece and just push it down. And then I'm going to go from top to bottom and pinch them up. And I'll set it down here. How easy was that to make a bow? No twisting. Okay, let's do that again. I'm going to cross them over. Okay. I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to push it down. It depends on how far down you cross them over as to how big your loop is. And this is the one that wants to go wherever it wants to go. Go from top to bottom, pinch it up. Okay. And then one more. Make the loop, cross it over, push it down from the top, and that's what it looks like now. Now I'm just going to go up between these two and down from the top and pinch it together. And I'll put that one on top. Now, if you were going to be putting this in a wreath, you wouldn't necessarily have to tie it with anything because your twist ties on the wreath would take care of that. But we're going to use a zip tie so you can see what it looks like. I'll go underneath. right way. Now consider that that would be in a twist tie of a wreath. And you're just going to puff these out in different directions. And I'll cut this off. And we'll give these a little trim here. Santa Claus did bring me new scissors again. We'll get the other side. Here we go. You have to arrange it once you get in. And once you've got it tied in, you just spread them out like this. And you're still only using 3 ribbons, which is what you normally would be putting in a tie. Okay? But because you've made a bow out of it, it's so much more to it. And you put 4 or 5 of those around a wreath, and you've really got plenty of ribbon. Get this little guy's tail around. There we go. Isn't that a cute little bow? And again, like you say, you get it on there and you fiddle with it. And you know, the biggest thing about making ribbons is fiddling. Making bows. Fiddle, fiddle. All right, so there we go. We have got the wreath tie bow. Okay. We have got the flat bow. And you can see how flat. And then we have got the funky bow. Let me just get these so you can see them all. Here's the funky bow. Here's our flat bow. I'm going to move you out. There you go. Here's our flat bow. And here's our wreath tie bow. And let me back you up a little bit more. There you go. Have fun, make some bows, get ready, because you know, when I do a video and you're making a wreath, it takes a certain amount of time to make the wreath, and to have your bow all ready to go, it makes it a lot more expedient, as you might say. This is really cute. That's going to be cute on an Easter wreath. And this one is going to go on my ladybug wreath, which is going to be on a rail. So that's going to be really adorable. Okay, that's it for today. Let me just bring you back up. I'll say hello, goodbye. I actually still have, hello. I actually still have my glasses on. It's amazing. I think I forgot to take them off. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on the bow making. Not bow making 101, I guess. I guess it is 101, 205. But I think you'll have fun making them. Make them, you can stop the video anytime and practice. Practice with some ribbons, practice with any colors together. Make yourself some pretty bows. These bows, I was looking on Etsy. Some of these bows are selling for $35 and $40, just the bow. Now, they're probably a whole lot better than the ones I just made, but I don't see a whole lot of difference, and you can make them too. Well, maybe you could even open your own Etsy shop. But anyway, have a great new year playing with ribbon, and we'll be back. Probably going to do something maybe with the Cricut on Friday, because I don't believe my order will come in before next week. I think they had said originally Monday. Sometimes things come in faster than they say, and hopefully if it does, then we'll do something on Friday. But right now, I hope you have a good afternoon. I want you all to stay safe, keep your distance, wear your mask, play by the rules, wash your hands, and everybody, play nice now. I'll see you Friday. Love you.